Cuddletavio, Shivrai, Agent 24. Splatoon shippers are a desperate bunch of fans. There's only one plausible relationship between any characters in the series. And I assure you, Squid Kids will defend these two like they're God's greatest creation. Introducing Marina! My name's Jaden, and in this video, I'll be recounting why shippers can't get enough of Off the Hook, why Marina is a hardcore simp, all the while giving my own 2 cents along the way. Let's start with the octopus in the room, Marina. Since her debut, Marina has been one of the most popular characters in Splatoon. She has a sweet, innocent personality that people just gravitate towards. She's quiet and nerdy, and despite being a celebrity, she doesn't like crowds. But of course, Marina also has one of the cutest designs of all the idols. Unlike the others, she's taller and uniquely curvy. No matter what she wears, she always pulls it off. It's almost like she was purposefully created to appeal to us squids. However, she is certainly not an inkling. Upon her reveal, theories spread like wild. Her being a DJ, some people thought she would turn out to be a villain, replacing DJ Octavio. Maybe she and Octavio were even related. Others thought that this proved that Octarians weren't evil, but instead forced a fight by Octavio. And the wildest theory of all was that Marina was actually an inkling. This only further increased her popularity, and fan art started spawning everywhere. And the reveal of her backstory just further bolstered her fame. The Chats in Octo expansion revealed that Marina was a former combat engineer for the Octarian army, serving directly under DJ Octavio. She was born into their oppression and became a loyal soldier. She was a prodigy, skipping grades until she became a top-ranking member of the underground. Never did she question the regime. Never did she go against her superiors. She was showered with praise and renowned throughout society. She was perfect. That was until she saw Agent 3 fight Octavio during the events of Splatoon 1. Upon hearing the Squid Sisters sing Calamari Incantation, her only comment was, "This changes everything." Without a second thought, she gave up all she had to escape to the surface. And that's where she met Pearl. Pearl is the polar opposite of Marina. She's a blunt, unapologetic rapper. She'll jump down your throat just as fast as she'll jump on stage. She's the richest known character in the series, and, as described by Marina, she's starved for attention, yet full of herself. Also, despite her short stature, she has a rather large forehead. Bruh. While I instantly adored Marina, I instantly loathed Pearl. She came off as a spoiled brat who never took a hint. I used to think that the reason there was never a Pearl vs Marina Splatfest was because it would be too embarrassing. Why ask a question when you already know the answer? Think about it like this. Marina is just Marie with more caffeine. Pearl is just Callie with more caffeine. But Callie already had enough coffee. However, learning about Pearl and Marina's backstory made me reconsider. Upon reaching the light, Marina stumbled upon our little munchkin. Pearl was practicing her singing away from the city, for obvious reasons. Pearl thought Marina was a weirdo from the countryside, but seeing her distress, Pearl decided to help her out. She told Marina all about Inkopolis and all the freshest things about surface life, about their culture and customs, and about their fashion and music. Folks, this is the moment Marina fell, and she fell hard. Marina came back to that same spot every day hoping to see Pearl again. When Pearl finally showed her face, Marina raced over and without even a hello asked Pearl to start a band. Pearl was now convinced that Marina was a stalker, but she still gave Marina's demo a listen. Thanks to the banger that is Ebb and Flow, Off the Hook was born, and so was Pearl and Marina's relationship. Pearlina can be described as playful. They aren't afraid to go head-to-head in Splatfest and constantly tease each other on the news. Pearl doesn't seem to mind setting up Marina's punchlines, even if she ends up as the butt of the joke. Unless she's fighting for cake, baseball, or forks, she supports Marina unconditionally. When Cuttlefish reveals to Pearl Marina's past involvement in the Octarian army, Pearl's caught off guard. But she regains her composure immediately, threatening violence against Cuttlefish should he dare ink her bandmate. She states that Marina is one of the best people she knows. This is around the time I was like, okay Pearl, you got me. From the outside, Pearl seems materialistic, egotistical, dumb, but her relationship with Marina brings out the best part of her. She's got millions in the bank, but Marina is the only treasure she cares about. One of the most heartwarming interactions they have is after the Chaos vs. Order Splatfest. Chaos wins and Pearl announces that things are about to change, starting with Off the Hook. Marina, these last few years have been amazing. Easily the best years of my life, but I can't shake the feeling that we're missing out on other experiences. Pearl, you don't have to do this. Let me finish, Marina. I thought about this for the entire Splatfest and I've made up my mind. It's time for Off the Hook to break. No, don't say it. It's time for Off the Hook to break into new genres of music. Flip-hop, cuddlecore, you name it. We're gonna take over the world. What? So Off the Hook isn't breaking up? What? Heck no. You and me are gonna rock the mic together until the end of time. Or at least until I can get my solo career off the ground. I'm just playing, Marina. You know I love you. Pearl, I'm so happy right now. It's you and me against the world, Rena. Let's wake the sleeping giants with our sloppy sonic science. Yeah. Let's bring our bumpin' beats to the oceans and the streets. Wow, that makes me feel nice inside. Okay, time for simping. Marina is really into Pearl. Obsessively so. She never does anything creepy, but you can tell she's very passionate. Let's start with the reason I noticed this ship in the first place. The hug. Or the tackle, I guess. After Pearl saves civilization with her battle cry, Marina barrels her over and they fall down. Presumably, they're just cuddling, but you can interpret this however you want. Point 2, her laptop. This is where things get kinda sus. Marina's background is this image of Pearl. I don't think it's weird that she has Pearl as her screensaver, but this picture, she also has a custom Pearl pixel sprite that seems to be an AI assistant. Very normal behavior indeed. Point 3, all of side order. If you want more Pearlina, it only costs $25. Marina just kinda goes off the rails. She is much more overt about her worship of Pearl. Her dialogue is constantly praising. She gushes over Pearl in her diary, and of course, she named the currency Pearls. Pearl seems the same as always, protective and loyal, though she'll sneak in a comment here and there. Evidently, anyone watching this video is ecstatic about these adorable interactions, but a significant amount of people actually dislike this change. Myself slightly included. Some fans were upset that instead of further exploration into Off the Hook as characters, we got queerbait. I love the queerbaiting, but yeah, I wish we could have had our two lovebirds and learned more about Marina's history of Oct. According to Reddit, the most reliable encyclopedia, the reason Marina goes into hypersynth is because side order was translated to be more similar to the original Japanese. According to this post, Japanese Marina doesn't have a snarky side, and is instead just ridiculously nice. She never insults Pearl, and instead bows down to the MC princess. Here's some comparisons taken from that Reddit post. During the Mayo vs Ketchup Splatfest, English Marina talks about hating mayo. That disgusting mouthfeel? I'd rather lick Krusty Sean's grease trap. But Japanese Marina instead comments on Pearl's messiness. But Pearl Senpai, is doing that so carelessly really a good idea? I'm more picky with my ketchup, you know. When Pearl talks about how nice stargazing is, English Marina says, "Yeah, it is. Just make sure to cook the enemy team before enjoying the view." But Japanese Marina says, "We should go and gaze at it after battle." Japanese Marina also obsesses over Pearl's cuteness. During the Japan-only Sanrio Splatfest, Pearl describes a dream she had with Hello Kitty, and Marina gets flustered over how adorable Pearl is, needing to take a breather in order to function again. While these are not official translations, if they are accurate, Japanese Marina is way more crazy about Pearl. Take my opinion as you will, but I prefer Marina's English personality. I just think a playful relationship is more interesting than one drowning in romance. Unlike how Perlina showed me more of Pearl's character, I feel like it doesn't add much to Marina. It takes away her girl boss mystique and replaces it with a hyperfixation. What can I say, Off the Hook just can't stop being opposites. I feel like it would fit better with Marina's character if she wasn't so open about her feelings. All she wants is to shout her love from the rooftops, but she's scared. Scared to lose her closest friend? Scared to destroy everything she's built up. Scared that no matter where she goes, she'll never belong. And when Marina finally bursts and tells Pearl the truth, a peck on the cheek from Pearl is all that's needed to perfectly tie up Marina's story arc. Unfortunately, you can't rewrite the past, nor the law. Now throughout all my ranting, I've kind of made it seem like Perlina is an actual thing. So I'll clarify that despite everything I've said, it is unofficial and most people in the West interpret Off the Hook as just good friends. From the glances I've had, Japan's relationship with the LGBTQ+ is complicated. But Nintendo knows what they're doing. You can't be making art like this without people making fanfictions. However, I expect that Nintendo will make Perlina canonical. Eventually. I'm aware that's a hot take, but hear me out. Splatoon has become one of Nintendo's largest franchises, and with the announcement of Raiders, Splatoon is only getting bigger. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, maybe right now the climate's a bit too dicey, but in 2041, when Splatoon Ultimate releases, all Nintendo has to do is animate a kiss and then collect the money. Us squids gotta be patient, and that patience is gonna pay off. Nevertheless, currently we have a wholesome, frequently overbearing relationship with some great fan art. The way Pearl and Marina met, it's like they were destined for one another. While the two of them aren't perfect, the punk girl and DJ diva contrast makes their connection feel natural. Their story isn't near finished, with Marina's past still shrouded in mystery and the origins of Pearl's fortune still unknown. But that's alright. I'm not ready to hear the end of Off the Hook. It might be annoying to have to wait for a conclusion, but for now, I'm content just to enjoy the present.